guys, we do have 1,000 people registered for this call today. We have 1,000 people signed up. And I had JR's online, and he even said, hey, make this basic. JR, this is just basic. I mean, we're talking about technology here, but it's really to give you guys a perspective that you can really take advantage of online marketing, especially with the cost. I mean, how expensive it is to use Facebook. Facebook's pretty expensive. So we're going to really just give you some different perspectives and give you some simple things to do. There will be a little bit of technology in it, but like anything, you don't have to get it all during this call. So don't get too hung up on the technology, you guys.
This is the contact information for Brad and myself. Brad is a mega agent and an agent business coach out of Kansas City. He is the rainmaker for the Corn team and one of our MAPS coaches.
Yeah, I've got a mega team in Kansas City. I've been selling real estate for 18 years. I've done everything from taking our mega team to the 7th level, became a team leader, launched our office, back into the mega team, and then my most exciting stuff is getting on with being a trainer for Keller Williams, and the most recent is becoming a MAPS coach. I love helping agents really get their business and run a profitable business.
Awesome. Okay. So we are also on Facebook, Twitter, and email. This is our contact information. If you are so inclined during the call, we are talking about social media. Please feel free to update your Twitter status or to update your Facebook account saying that you are on the call. We also have fan pages for MAPS, for myself, and for Brad, so we would love to have your feedback as you're going through the call, since we're talking about social media. All right.
And one thing I will tell you guys, the purpose of this call today, I mean, obviously we're launching an incredible fast-track course that Beth and I have spent many hours on, making sure that this is an extremely valuable call for you guys. But today's call is really about you. It's all about you guys. We want you to get at least an idea or two that you can take back into your business today after this call and implement it. Now, we're not going to cover everything about social media, and Beth and I are not even going to pretend to be the gurus who created social media. You guys may know of different things and little tidbits here and there. Today's goal is to get that one or two ideas, make it simple for JR, so that you guys can go out and you'll actually implement this and start using it in your business. And you're going to get a little taste of how the course works, too. We're going to help you stay accountable to some of the things that we talked about on this call, so when you guys race out this call and go take care of business, that we're going to remind you of the things we talked about so you can bring them back into your business.
Yep, exactly. Let's get started with our first strategy.
Great. Go ahead, Beth. Take it away.
So strategy number one is, and this sounds really basic, guys, but know what you're putting out there, know where it shows up, and know how to control what you see. Knowing what goes where, I know we've all seen that person who posts a status update and you can tell that they were intending that they were having a conversation with someone else. So know what you're putting out where. Be aware. Go ahead, Brad.
Oh, I was just going to say, the thing is, when you're online and you're just adding it to your daily discipline and you're just going on chatting with people, going here and there, we're not seeing whose computer that shows up on, or when you make a comment about something. I mean, is it a client that's thinking about hiring you? So there are a lot of things that we're hoping to raise your awareness that when you are online, it's like you are posting everything, a billboard out for the whole world to see.
Right. And one of the most important things that we need to do is to always be aware of our privacy settings. So let's take a show of hands, which, remember, is that little button on the edge of your GoToMeeting control panel, and it has a hand icon on it. How many of you have actually gone in and done some tweaking to your privacy controls? So it looks like some of you have and some of you have not, okay? So that's a really important piece to be aware of, that you know what's going out there. The other thing we want to talk about is filtering what you see so that what you see is the most important thing. I know I have, several hundred friends on here, Brad. I know you do too. Sometimes it's easy for the most important people to get lost in the shuffle of all of that. Some of you also are getting notifications from Facebook, email notifications when someone writes on your wall or sends you a message. You may want to look at being selective about your notifications. So here's what we kind of have cooked up for you guys as far as the 12-week course. This is some of the things that we're going to be talking about. Why should you use social media? A lot of questions coming in about the correct setup of Facebook and the privacy controls, building your network, adding friends, friend lists, how do you share things, you know, how do you use Twitter? What do I tweet? Am I a twit if I don't tweet? We've got some guest speakers coming in to chat with you guys about using groups and recruiting with social media. We've talked with Rich Rector about coming in and doing some work with team leaders, and a little bit about blogging with Mariana Wagner, and how to use your mobile applications, and then some putting it all together. And this course is really kind of developing, you know, we've got this great outline and homework assignments that are going to get you working in it every day, but it is a work in progress, and it is still developing. So as we, you know, see things that keep coming up, then we're going to add those things into the course.
Here's the thing about this course, you guys. The Fast Track course, Beth and I understand that this is an investment that you have to make. $99 a month might seem like a lot to a lot of people, but here's the thing. We operate under the Millionaire Real Estate Agent model, which is if you spend $1, you want to bring 10 back. What we have designed in this course is not just going to throw all these different applications that you should do and all this stuff. It's over 6 weeks. Our main goal is to help you create the daily disciplines you need and to be focused on purpose to turn this thing into a cash machine. And it's like a snowball. Once it starts, it just starts going crazy. So here's our promise to you. You're not going to spend $99 a month. We want you to make 10 times or more return off of this by getting into the right habits. And this goes way beyond just a call every 2 weeks. I mean, we have taken this course to another level to where you're going to have some daily accountability to yourself and to the group that we're going to turn this thing into a cash cow.
Exactly. Exactly.
Or just get some more free time. Maybe you just don't want to work as hard, so you have some more free business coming in. And for team leaders, this is huge. I mean, this is another way to reach your recruits, just to touch them. I mean, we're all looking for ways to touch them. Sometimes you guys get tired of making that phone call all the time or just dropping a letter in the mail. This is where you can really start connecting with them and finding out what their hobbies are, what they like to do, what they like to talk about. And then when you meet with them, I mean, you are just under the radar talking their language.
And since we are talking about social media, we would love it if you would also send links to your friends to this call via your social media outlets. If you wanted to download the registration form, you're going to go to, you can get this at the MAP site. We made it very simple. We took a URL, tinyurl.com/register-map-social-media. We'll take you to the registration form. All you have to do to register for the class is fill out the form and fax it back to MAP.
Remember, we got your questions coming up here in just a second, you guys. Hey, can we do a raised hand thing just to find out who got one idea off of today's call?
Yeah, if you got one great idea, raise your hand.
Whoa, look at that.
Oh, my, it's almost everyone on the list.
Holy smokes, you guys are awesome. I mean, this is what we want to do, is bring something where you guys can start putting this into your business on a regular basis. And one other thing I want to say, too, just in case we do get cut off, I want to thank all of you that said thanks for teaching and sharing this information. And we want you to understand, too, that there are some people that couldn't get on this call. So if we could ask you a favor, thank you for noticing. If you wouldn't mind sending some of your emails on to some of your friends who would benefit from this social media fast track course. I mean, Beth and I are here to help you guys get so much out of this that you can come back and say, oh, man, that was one of the best